Hi, this is Shelley Kraft. We're coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at Leonard Rosen's Pitbull Conference, the 28th National Hard Money Conference here in Las Vegas. With me is Heidi Linder from Goldstream Investments, a private organization. Heidi, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you, Shelley, for having me on here.
It's fantastic to have you. Tell us all about Goldstream. My investor audience would like to know.
I will certainly do that. I'm not your typical investor. I dropped into this, or I stepped into it a little over 3 years ago. I left medical school to pursue a secondary passion of mine, and that was real estate. My family had not even known what I'd done after I had purchased my first 7 properties. They knew that I wasn't coming to family functions, but I knew it was a passion of mine. So with the first 7 properties, next month I got 11. After that.
So wait a minute. This is a new form of house calls.
Yes, you could say that. Failure is not an option. Sleep is very overrated, and it's important that you take that first step and make that leap and follow through on whatever your dream is or your passion. And in today's foreclosure market, I would be foolish to turn my back on that, and I took advantage of it.
So wait a minute. You were a doctor.
No, not yet. 1 semester shy of graduating from medical school. Oops, sorry everybody at school. If you don't know where I am, this is where I landed.
Wow, this is fantastic. What an interesting story. What an interesting background. So how are you making out? How do you love the real estate industry?
I love it. And if you can get up each day and do something that you love, it's not work. And then I really have to say that education is so important. And then shared education, that's lethal. And what I'd like to do is just make sure that everybody that gets into whatever their passion is, that they are knowledgeable, they do their homework, and that they really love what they're doing. And I'm taking America's housing one step at a time and revitalizing communities. I can do that again.
So where are you based?
We base it out of, I couldn't get any properties in my home state of California, so I started in New Jersey, Texas, Florida, North Carolina, Washington, Oregon, and then finally in California.
So what brings you to the Pitbull Conference?
It's networking, and I love networking, and it's so important because the ability to be able to network is what's going to, in the end, give you your net worth. And it's just going out there and finding the educational tools, the resources, and taking the time to act upon that.
What is your website?
It is Goldstream Investments.
So do you need investors? How do you fund all of these activities?
You know what? I do need investors. It's important because that's really what drives the vehicle and drives the car. And we take it one house at a time, one day at a time, one investor at a time. I bring them into my living room. It's not where I want to give you a name and then just have you just call me up and say, hey, I invested $200,000. Where's my return? I want to know your wife's birthday. I want to know what you're planning for your wife's wedding anniversary. It's a family. Come join me in my living room.
All right, let's give that website out again.
Goldstream Investments.
Ladies and gentlemen, Heidi Linder, a great story, Goldstream Investments. It's a private company. We're at the Leonard Rosen Pitbull Conference, the 28th one of its kind, the National Hard Money Conference here in Las Vegas. Heidi, thanks for coming on to SNNLive.
Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome.